Today we are going to deal with the equations, okay? How to manage the equations and configurations inside SolidWorks. Fine.
Yes,
Now here you can see there are different dimensions which are visible, right? So now
yes,
I want to add the equations or the assign some of the values, global variables, so that accordingly these values also should change. Let's say here you can see this is 35 now. It is kind of height, right? It is mentioned as d1 here. I want to change it to height. What to do? Just double click on it or single click on it. Okay. So here you're gonna get the tab. Can you see this primary value just beside there is d1? No, over there you can rename it. Okay, and accordingly that will change. And if that these dimensions are not visible, by using this height show icon, from there you can activate this. Okay, if you want to see the namings and all, you just select this option, that is d1. Got it? Same thing, you can change it for this one, length and width as well. Fine.
yes,
Now how to assign the global variable? Let's say x is equal to 5 for me. Okay, and wherever I
yeah,
select x, it should add the value 5. Okay, that is my requirement now. So what I'll do is I'll go to tools. Okay, from there we have this equations. Select this, and here you can assign the global variables, features as well as the equations. Right now I'll simply assign the global variable as x. That should be 5 for me. Okay, here it will take 5. Fine.
yes,
Now from here only you can change it. Let's say I want to change this one. You can click on this equation tab and select this, and from here you can change it to global variable 5. Now it is 3 here, you can see 3 degrees. If I just click on OK, this will change accordingly 5, and equation symbol got added. Got it?
yes,
Otherwise you can do like this. You can simply double click on this. You can press equals to, and directly you can change like this. Okay, shortcut. And now if you want to make the changes into that global variable, I want to make it 3 now, because here you can see the drop down now. Once you create the equations, you're gonna get it here. Right click on it and select manage equations. You can change the value here. Okay, this is one method. Any doubts here how to assign the names for the equations as well as how to add the global variables?
if we change the number, the dimension will also change.
If we change the number, yeah,
Yes,
x is equal to 5. If you change it to 3, it will automatically change it to 3.
okay, yes,
Yeah, so now I'll take one more example here. Consider this. Okay, here we'll
yes,
take this as inner diameter, this is outer diameter. Okay,
yes,
according to these two, this also should change. Let's say I want the equation like a plus b by 2, whatever the value comes it should take. Got my point?
yes,
So I want to assign the equation as well as global variables here. So what you can do is, shortcut is, you can simply right click on the dimension which you have previously assigned and select the option called link values. Okay, and here you can assign the name. Let's say it is outer diameter OD. So this is linked to global variable now. Again I'll do the same for this. Right click and link value, this is ID. Okay, so once you do that, you can see the linked symbol. So these dimensions are linked to global variable. So you can right click on equations and manage it, and here you can see these has added. So these linked values you cannot change from here, you can simply change it here only by just double clicking on it. Or if you are manually assigning the global variables like x and y, you can come here and change it. Clear? Remember that these are the two difference between the linking and the adding the global variables manually. And now I want to assign the equation for this. Okay, a plus b by 2, how much value it comes, it should take. Now it is 155. You can do the same, right click and select manage equations. Just hover on this equations, select the dimension which you want to change, and here you can add the equation. So OD, I'll mathematically add plus ID, you can add the brackets as well. Okay, and divided by 2, whatever the value it comes, it should take. It is 185, right?
Yes.
So it should change to 185. I'll click OK now. It got changed, right?
Yes.
Now I'll change the value this one now. ID is 100 for me, and there should be 300. Okay. Now it should change accordingly, right?
Yes.
So here you can see the base control Q symbol is there, means you need to rebuild it. It will change accordingly. So it is 200. Got it? Any doubts?
Can you show it once again?
Yeah, like what exactly? How to assign the equation?
Yes.
Okay. Now there is no equation, right? You know how to assign these linking.
Yes.
Now just select the equation tab here and select the dimension which you want to change. Okay, once you select it, this will be added here. Now you're gonna get this tab to assign the equation. You can select the global variable or function from here, whatever you want. Right now select the OD plus ID. So as you do mathematical equations, you can add the brackets as well. Workmax tool and divide it by 2. Okay, 200. That's done. Like if you want to change it to something else, you can change it. I'll make it 150, and here it should be 250. Okay, but
Yes.
how much it should be now? Same, no? 150 plus 250, 300, 400 divided by 2.
Yes.
Clear? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now we have gone through global variables and assigning the equation and rename the dimensions according to our requirement. Now I want configurations to be added to the particular component now. So what are configurations? Any idea?
Configurations.
So in SolidWorks, configurations in the sense, just imagine you have the 1 liter bottle. Okay, I need the same bottle should be of half liter, 2 liter, as well as Mirinda, like that, no, 750 ml and all. Getting me even 250 ml bottle. So that all the models should be stored in single file. So if I open it, if I need 750 ml bottle, it should select that one and it should open it. Getting? So I don't need to repeatedly create all the configurations and all the models and save it separately. So instead of that, I need the configuration, so that if I browse single file, from there I can choose any of the configurations or any of the features suppressed or any of the features added into it, like additionally. Clear? So now how to do that one? So now You can see this is the model which is ready now. So dimensions are these 220 and height 100. So you can switch to configuration tab. You can see only default is available, no other configurations. You can right click on it, you can select this add configurations here and mention which you want. So I'll mention it as small for now. Okay, and if you want you can go ahead with the advanced options and you can change the color. Okay, if you want. Right now I'll keep it as it is. You can see one more configuration got added. This is in grayed out, it is in blue. Now I'll add one more. Shortcut is you can simply select any of the one, Control C and Control V. Okay, copy of small got created. You can rename it. Double click. Large. Okay. Now I have means I am into which configuration right now? Any idea?
Small.
Yes, the small configuration is active. Default is not active, it is grayed out. Now it is active. Now this is also active now. Okay, so it shows I need to save the file. I won't because I need to repeatedly use it. I will leave it like this. So go to small and I'll make changes. So this should be the dimension should be only for this configuration. I need to change. Can you see this drop down here? It has the
Yes.
things, so only for this, not for all. I'll just make it only for this. I'll make it 50 green check, and same thing for this. Only for this it should be 180. Okay, now in the small, if I switch to feature manager design tree, you can see there is rebuild symbol. I'll just press Ctrl Q or Ctrl B, so accordingly it will change. Okay, now if I switch to default, this shape should be how much? Same, no, as default. Now can you see the symbol here, gray mark?
What thing?
Write down configuration symbol notifications, you can write down.
Configuration.
Gray dash mark.
Gray.
Gray dash mark indicates
Indicates. Yes.
model is inactive.
Model.
Model or component is inactive or out of date.
Yes.
Rebuild is required. Update is required, you can write.
Yes.
And then green tick mark. Model
Yes.
is up to date. All the
Yes.
updates are done.
Yes.
And one more gray tick mark. So you'll get a
Gray.
symbol. Gray green check means gray tick mark, you know. Same thing. Instead of green, it will be grayed out.
Okay. Okay.
So it indicates
Yes.
up to the date but inactive.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you got it right. So now this grayed out dash mark indicates rebuild is required, it is out of date. And if I just rebuild it, you can see it is as default, it doesn't change, but only in small configuration it has changed. Okay, now this is one way of changing it. So one more thing is what you can directly right click on the dimension and you can select this option, configure dimension. Once you do that, you cannot get this table here. Okay.
Uh,
Now if you
yes.
want to make the changes, you can simply double click on the dimensions which and all you want to add. Okay, it will be added here, or something else like this. Okay, so even if you want to suppress the features and all, you can select it. I'll select this whole feature. Can you see that got added? Same thing this one. Fine. So these are the things I need to update here. Now here you can manually change for each and everything. So dimension for small is this much, for large I will make it 250. Okay, and it should be 120 for me here, and I'll create one more configuration here, so that is suppressed. And here I'll change it, like I'll make it everything as default. I don't want this should be, sorry, 180. It should be 220 as default. It should be 100. And here I don't want this pocket. Okay, in the sense this one, this cutout I don't want, that is suppressed here. Okay, you can rebuild everything in one shot by using this option, rebuild all configurations. Otherwise you need to manually do it over there and apply. Okay,
Yes.
otherwise you can use the same option, right click and configure dimension. Only one is visible now. I can use this option, otherwise yeah, only this. You won't get everything, remember that. So every time if you open this modify configuration, you need to manually define everything. So that is one of the disadvantage of it. You can see there are configurations. Now you can switch directly from here. If you double click on default, it will take you to default. You see, and same thing here by switching it. Otherwise you can directly go back here and switch to any of this suppressed. Can you see in suppressed I have only suppressed this pocket, right? But bottom holes also got suppressed. Any reason behind it? You can see here. So to create this pocket, I have selected this face as a reference, right? This
Yes.
Tess's face as a reference, and to create these two, again I have taken this pocket as a reference, right? If that is the
Yes.
case, you just see here, right click on this and select this option, that is dynamic reference visualization parent and child. It will show the parent child relation. Now it shows the pocket has the child of, that is hole and the ratchet hole. Okay, and for this pocket, Russ's head and handle are the parents. Correct? So whatever the childs are there, if you suppress this feature, these will also get suppressed. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the thing is, I don't want to make the changes again and again, go here and type everything and select the make changes and all. So it's gonna take me lots of time. So for that, we have one more thing, that is design table. Go to inserts and select tables and design table. Okay. And here you can select three options. One is blank, so you can manually create it. Auto create in the sense whatever the configuration you have created right now, it will be taken into account. From file, like you had already created a file, so if you want to copy that one here, you can select this from file. So right now I'll go ahead with the auto create, and here you can see automatically whatever and all the features you have added over there, so it will be taken into account. Fine. I can even reduce the size. Now if you want, you can add extra things here. S means suppressed. You can see the indications, right? U in the sense
Yes.
unsuppressed. and one is
Sir, can you show it again?
okay. How to open it?
Yes.
So go to insert tables, bill of design table.
Bit of.
Sorry, not design table. Okay. So from here you need to browse it. Once you browse it, so it will be automatically added here. Can you see the tables?
Yes.
So you can right click and select edit table. So here you can directly edit it. And from this you can anytime you can come back and compress and suppress, and you can change the features, change the values, or if you want to change the material as well, that also you can do it. So let's say I want to change the material for all the configuration which I have created. What to do? So for that you need to copy the syntax. Okay, you don't have the syntax here. So one more shortcut way is you can come back, select any of the configuration. So I'll select the default, and here I'll right click on this materials and I'll change the material to brass. Okay, it got changed, right?
Yes.
Now this change will be automatically updated if you browse this and edit the table. So while opening the table, it will indicate that recently the material got changed. If you just select this, and that will also be added into your design table. Can you see here? You can make the
Yes.
changes here for all the components. Okay, you can change accordingly. Clear? And if you want to make the changes into the design table also, you can make it. You can add the extra configuration, suppress, unsuppress. Okay, and if you update it,
Yes.
everything will be updated as per the design table. And can you see this symbol beside your configurations? It shows that these all the configurations are linked to design table. Clear?
Okay.
Any doubts in
Yes.
configurations now?
मतलब डिजाइन टेबल में अगर चेंज किया तो इसमें भी होगा.
हाँ, सभी के अंदर होगा.
Okay. Got it.
Can see now we have changed the material over there, right? So accordingly it will
Yeah.
change. So if you want to make the changes in the dimension, I can do that. Should I do it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Should I do it once again? How the change is gonna happen? Can see here.
Yes.
Let's say in the suppress now. These are the values. You can use the dragger to just have a proper visualize here. So I'll change the dimension here to 100 again. So I'll make it 220, and here also I'll make it 100. So as default I'll make it. Okay. And in the suppressed also I'll unsuppress the pocket. Okay. And remaining two holes would be suppressed. Okay, the pocket got unsuppressed now. These are changes. Can you see? In suppressed, that holes are suppressed, the pocket is unsuppressed, and dimension for large and small, everything is same now. Clear?
Yes.
No doubts, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we are done with the lesson number 10. So we are left with assemblies and using assemblies. You free now? Should I go ahead with the one more session, or it's enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no?
Yes.
Okay then, I'll take one more. So this is the entire assembly. Okay, so we are dealing with the assemblies now. In assembly there are two types. One is bottom up assembly approach and top down. Any idea about it? What is bottom-up assembly approach? No idea? Try down in bottom-up assembly approach. The components are created separately and assembled into assembly workbench.
So can you repeat?
Components are created separately outside the assembly workbench. And then assembled using assembly workbench. So what we do here is the components, we will create the components separately and save them separately, and then we'll bring one by one into the assembly workbench and then assemble. Okay, this is bottom up assembly approach. Now top down.
Yes.
In top down assembly approach, components are created as well as assembled inside the assembly workbench only. We do everything inside assembly workbench only. We won't come outside of it. So it is advanced assemblies. Fine, then now we'll cover the bottom up assembly approach. So we're gonna do the same. Fine. So let me browse the components for now. So I need this bracket as a default. First one, you can see the symbol, no, F in the sense fixed, and these are free to move. Okay, they has the degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom in the sense number of possible ways a particular component can move. Okay. Now I need this bracket. I'll open it separately. Okay. So in which workbench I am? Any idea? Part or assembly or sketcher workbench? Which?
Part.
Good. So now I need to take this component inside the assembly workbench. You can use nav, make assembly from this. And now if I directly click on green check, this bracket will be placed in exactly on the origin. And if I click somewhere else here in the graphics area, wherever you click over there, it will be placed and fixed. Okay. The first component which you're gonna bring inside the assembly workbench will be fixed. Okay.
Okay.
So right now I'll simply click on green check. You can see this component is exactly at the origin of the assembly workbench. Clear? You can see the origin of these two components now. And this is fixed. Can you see F symbol? If I right click and float, it is floating. Means you can drag it wherever you want. Got it now?
Okay. Yes.
Now I need to add the other components here as per this. I'll close this. So we are done with this part. So I need second component as this one, that is male yoke. Okay. Control tab to switch between the multiple workbenches inside the SolidWorks. Remember, write down if you want. Control tab.
Control tab.
Switching between SolidWorks workbenches. Now I need the male yoke. You can see this is the male yoke. Can you see this? You can see the thumbnail also. Drag and drop it. Okay. Now I need to assemble in such a way that it should, like how it gonna move practically. If you assemble here, it has only the rotational degrees of freedom, right?
Yes.
So same thing I need. So what you can do is you can use the mates. Okay, you can select the face. Can you see the, if I select the first component face, it got transparent, no?
Yes.
So you can see here in the options it is there, make first selection transparent. So it is transparent now. Can you see this option, show preview? Now
Yes.
this face should be concentric to this. You can select this next face. Can you see from here to here it got moved, right?
Yes.
That is show preview. That is active there. green check. If you uncheck that one, it will directly snap over there. And then show pop-up dialog box, in the sense, can you have seen that particular window, right? You can drag the component, select this face and this face, and this is the
Yes.
pop-up of the mates. Automatically software defines which mate needed. Concentric is automatically active. You can simply click on green check. Okay. SolidWorks is so user friendly. You can directly automatically it will snap the which mate required. Okay.
Yes.
Now the next component I need is this spider. Okay. So same thing here. I'll browse it. This one. Drag and drop it. There are multiple ways to insert the components. You can use the insert component, browse from there and do it. But best way is use the file explorer, drag and drop it. Okay. Now my requirement is this particular spider should fit exactly at the center of it. What to do?
Mate.
Yeah, mate. Which mate? Let's say the dimension of this is 19 and this is 25. The width of this is 25, this is 19 now. How you gonna place exactly at the center with this center cap?
Parallel.
Parallel will be parallel, but no. You know, right? All the components has their own default planes, right?
Yes.
So this is exactly at the middle, right? And if I select this male yoke, and if I use this plane, the front plane, so they will be exactly at the center, right?
Yes.
Hold the control and select the two planes, release it. Can you see this pop-up? You can directly select the
Yes.
mate which you want. So they are in the center. Again, hold the control, select the faces, release it. Concentric is, it shows concentric is required. Clear? This is one way. It is, you can see it is exactly at the center with the gap, and it is rotating only according to the practical linkage. So I'll press Ctrl Z. Instead of that, other way is hold the control, select the faces which and all you want to mate, and release it. Can you see this width mate?
Yes.
So if you select the four faces where exactly you want to mate it, so software gonna give you width mate. So automatically it will add. Again, shortcut I'm giving, okay? Hold the control, select the faces which you want to mate it, release it, select the mate. Got it, no? Write down, shortcut. And now we are done with this, okay? The next thing is to assign the female yoke, okay? I'll do the same. Go here and search for the female yoke, drag and drop it. Now it is not oriented as per the requirement. You can right click on the face, rotate it, okay? Right click and rotate. If you want to move it, left click and drag. Clear? Rotating,
Yes.
right click and drag. Write down these two. Concentrate now. This face should be mated with this, so I'll simply rotate it like this so that selection should be proper. Okay.
Yes.
Hold the control, select the faces, these two as well as these two. Release width mate. Okay, you can simply, can you see the highlight over there? On the mouse, just beside the cursor, it shows if I just right click, this mate will be active. Remember that.
Yes.
Hold the control, select these two faces, release it, concentrate. Done. You can see they are mated. But the thing is, this face should be tangent or coincident to this. You can simply rotate it, select these two, make it parallel. Okay, now if I rotate this, all with linkage they will move. Clear?
Yes.
Now I need these pins here, so you can simply select the pin. Now remember about the configuration. If I just drag and drop it, can you see it shows the configuration? In the sense, this component has two configurations, one is long and one is short. Okay, I need the longer one.
Yes.
Green check. Now I want the copy of this. Hold the control, click on the component, drag it out. Okay.
Control and drag it.
Yeah. Now if you want to change the configuration, just select it from the drop down, change it to short. Green check. I need one more. Hold the control, drag it out, release. Made them. Same thing. Hold the control and select the faces. And then again same here. Select this face and this face tangent. You can again rotate the assembly as per your requirement and define the next means. This face and this face should be tangent to each other. Now you can bring this one, rotate this, and then orient it, define the mates. Clear? Now I need this entire component. So you already know how to assemble the each and every components, right? But I need
Yes.
this entire sub assembly.
Yes.
Okay. So you got it now. I need this sub assembly. All the crank sub assemblies I need it. Okay. What you can do is go back your your model. From there you can select this sub assembly. This one I need. Drag and drop it. Okay. Now my requirement is I need to assemble these, and if I rotate this knob everything should rotate. What to do? Which and all the mates I need to assign? Any idea? You getting?
Yes.
What to do? Which one is the first mate you
Mate.
think?
The male yoke and the
No, mate name concentric, right? The first one. So these should be concentric, isn't it?
yes.
So this is done. Now these should be coincident. Now if I rotate this now, will this male yoke and everything will rotate? Yes or no?
Yes.
No. Why? Any idea? Why they are not rotating?
The face of
Yes.
the male yoke.
Locking face we haven't selected. Select the assembly. You can select this option, that is change transparency. Okay, can you see now? Here this face hasn't locked with this face. They are merging. So I need to do that one. One way is you can select from here only. Select the edge and the face and give the coincident. Sorry. I think it should be parallel. Okay. Now if I rotate this knob, everything will rotate, but I don't want to use the shortcut. One more way is you can simply, sorry, can unsuppress this. Okay, I'll change the transparency of it to normal. Now using the mates only I need to make the changes. So can you see this mates drop down here in the assembly?
Yes.
Now the thing is I want to assign that face to face coincident mate, but this component can't move up, right? What to do now? From here you can see it shows the mate. It is coincident. So what you can do is right now you can suppress this, means temporarily delete it. Now I can move this, right? Getting?
Yeah.
So now you
Yes.
can just rotate the model and you can assign the meat, that is parallel. Is it correct? No, wrong? It's wrong, no. It should reverse like this. and then it is done. Now once you are done with that, you can simply unsuppress this. Now you haven't done anything, you just made the suppressed and unsuppressed and made the changes as per the requirement. Okay.
Yes.
And now by using motion studies, you can create the animations. So I need the motor. You can select the component, you can define the RPM, how much you want, green check. The software will create the motor animation for this. Okay. Any doubts in it?
So can you show it again?
This motion studies, this I'll explain later, don't worry about this.
Yeah.
In assemblies, any doubts?
No.
Okay then, so today is enough. So we have covered most of the topics. So configurations and assemblies, and the previous session, make everything proper. You should know everything. Okay.